Okay guys, so I just want to show you some scenes of Old Town at night. It's just one of the prettiest little cities, very historic, and it's just a lovely place to walk around like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's really nice.
So I personally like walking down Lee Street to start my walk towards the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, but obviously you can go any direction you want. But as we approach this intersection here, you'll see this lovely large brick home with two big chimneys, and I just absolutely love it. It's especially magical in a snowstorm in the winter with the window candles. It's just absolutely beautiful. After just walking a few blocks further, I like to go down Gibbons Street, down the hill heading towards South Union Street, which goes alongside the Potomac River. And then I like to catch this beautiful little path here, which takes you literally right to the river's edge. This promenade along the river really is the perfect place to come with a significant other, by yourself, with a friend, bring your furry companion, and you can just sit on these benches, take in the serenity, the architecture, the beauty of the water, and it's all just so charming. To me, it kind of seems like, well, it just has that very colonial America feel about it. Frequently, when I do this walk, I like to kind of fantasize in my head what it would be like to live in one of these townhouses, just right here, right on the river, overlooking everything. I mean, it must just be the most amazing thing to wake up in the morning with your coffee, have the windows open, and just see the occasional pedestrian going for a jog or walking their dogs. And again, I mentioned the snowstorm beauty earlier, but this is another absolutely drop-dead gorgeous place to visit when there's a blizzard. Frequently you'll be all by yourself, and it's like literally being in a snow globe. It's gorgeous. I apologize for the somewhat erratic camera movements, but I just so desperately wanted you guys to be able to really take in the whole picture of what I'm seeing. And these condominiums, this whole complex of condominiums, is called Ford's Landing. It was built between 1996 and 1999, but I think they actually did a wonderful job of really making it look pretty old, or fit in with the old character of Old Town. And by the way, if you haven't guessed already, that very large bridge that you keep seeing once in a while off in the distance, that is the Woodrow Wilson that takes you from Virginia to Maryland. This is just a glimpse of the interior of the Ford's Landing complex. I wanted to show you guys more of the inside, but I wanted to respect the privacy of the homeowners. But as you can see, it is quite lovely just from this shot alone. This is just a few blocks up from the river. I am now circling back home, heading in the direction of King Street, where you have all the shops and restaurants.
One cool thing is directly beneath us is the Wilkes Street Tunnel from 1851, which had an important use during the Civil War. And these are just a few of the homes that run along the side of the tunnel. This tunnel is quite popular on the ghost tours, as apparently there was a Union soldier who was fatally stabbed inside the passage during a late night altercation. Over here, we're coming up on the Basilica of St. Mary. It's the oldest Catholic parish in Virginia. Founded in 1795, its first church was built on land supported by financial contribution from George Washington himself. Sometimes on my walks, I love to cut through the backyard of the Old Presbyterian Meeting House, located at 323 South Fairfax Street. There's a very cool historic churchyard here and burial ground where the famous Dr. Craig is buried. He was the physician general of the Continental Army and a close personal doctor and friend to George Washington, attending to him on his deathbed. Also, the town founder, John Carlisle, is buried there as well, and the tomb of the unknown soldier of the American Revolution. This little intersection is especially close to my heart, as I used to live right around the corner on Duke Street. This here is Virginia's oldest continuously operating bank, Burke & Herbert, founded in 1852. Up ahead is a lovely and tasteful custom picture framing business called Buchanan and Kegel. And there's a wonderful lady in there who's very helpful. If you remember earlier, I showed you the burial site for John Carlisle, founder of Old Town, or at least one of them. And this is actually his home that was built in 1753. He was a wealthy Scottish merchant. It gained historic significance in 1755 when British General Edward Braddock used the home as his military headquarters, convening 5 colonial governors to plan the early campaigns of the French and Indian War. I always thought this place is pretty cool. It's called the Alexandria Seaport Foundation, and it's a waterfront workshop that teaches traditional wooden boat building to at-risk young adults. Okay guys, I'm approaching the end of my walk here, and I hope you have a wonderful evening and have a great night's sleep, and I wish you all a great night.